Hi, everybody. This is David D'Arcangelo, Global Marketing Director, CTFO. I have Doug Glaze, Cowboy, in the house today, and I'm going to just tell you a little bit about the Cowboy that I know and have learned. You were with FedEx for over 20 years, got introduced to network marketing sales, and I call it network sales and marketing. You were the top 1%er at Free Life, Kevin Fourier's prior company, Royal, and you hit it in 16 months. At CTFO, you put 12 people in the last 2 weeks, you hit 10K, and you're on your way to 15K. And you are a nuts and bolts, non-technology, as you described to me. Your wife is the tech, that's Debbie. You're a great team, and what you do the best and is probably the most dollar value proposition is you talk to people. So welcome to the show, and appreciate having you, Cowboy.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
So just in a quick view there, who is Cowboy?
Well, Cowboy's a fun guy, enjoy life, love my grandkids, love my friends, do anything in the world for anybody. Worked hard. A lot of my friends, when I got into relationship marketing, they laughed, and a lot of them missed big. Saw yellow Hummer, saw land in Tennessee, and then they got serious. And so we finally brought them along, but I think they treated Cowboy as like the guinea pig. I was the science project. But I just love people. I love to have fun, and I love seeing people just prosper. Go ahead.
Yep, no, go ahead. Yep.
I always said my dream is to have everybody on my team pass me, and I'd be the richest man in the world.
And there's never been a truer statement than that. So you've been so successful. You've come out of working for FedEx. You haven't been in network marketing, and now the past company you were with, you're a top producer, and now you come to CTFO. Why?
I've been taking the product since about 2018, David. And to be honest with you, I loved everything. I love the Ultima. I love the Super 7, the Fruit Chew, pain cream. I loved it. But CBD I wanted more nutrition. I wanted a silver bullet product, not mine's better than yours better than mine. And when they brought out the mist, I said, I got my bullet, and we started shooting it off like rockets. I'd get them on the phone, and if they did the mangosteen juice 15 years ago, they were the first to a billion. They're saying, it's got mangosteen. I want in. Cowboy, you've told me enough. I want in. And then if they were goji lovers, I mentioned Kevin, and bam, Cowboy, I want in. What do I got to do? And I'll send them a quick sign-up sheet. And so I've got two triggers I like to pull. Did they know the experience of Kevin at President? Have they worked with Kevin? Because if they did, they loved him. Right. And then the Zango people, if you mention the word mangosteen, they loved it just like the goji guys love goji. So it's just a win-win situation.
It seems like on both sides, it's like a reunion of some of the greatest memories in your lifetime, producing money, having fun, making a difference. And CTFO and XanthoMyst are bringing them all back together. Does that sound right to you?
It does. It does. It's the greatest memories of my life. We traveled the world. I walked into FedEx. I looked at the computer. I had 20 years, 3 months. I wanted to make sure I had 3 extra months, and so I didn't miss up on the math. Not being the big technical guy, I didn't want to make a mathematical error that would cost me for the rest of my life. And the day I walked in, I got to fire all the bosses, and they wanted to join my team. So, I'll never forget that day. I told them I had a letter for them, and they said, "What kind of letter?" And I said, "Well, it's a goodbye letter." And because of network marketing and nutritional products through health and wealth, what greater story can a man share?
Yeah. What's your game plan? You come in, this is a business. What are you doing?
Well, I try to tell everybody, treat it like you invested $1 million, not $45. Because if you treat it like a hobby, you're going to get paid like a hobby. If you treat it like a business, you're going to get paid like a business. But try to do 5 positive things in my business every day. I could call 5 people. I could help 2 team members do 3 ways. I could do a close, put an order in. I just want 5 check marks a day. And if you do five improvement check marks a day, you called somebody new, you followed up with somebody, there's 2 check marks. Anybody can do it. You can do it in about an hour a day. And as you see, your business will change overnight. When you engage, it will engage.
Right. What the people watching and listening is, that's a certain mindset. Where do you have to get to be that successful mentally?
Well, I might be a little different, but before I go to bed, I write down my volume. And when I wake up, I write down my volume. Now, personally, I want that volume to grow daily. I don't want to wait till Friday when people get paid, or I want my business to grow daily. Ted, I can see what Ted does. He's a greatest networker, blessed to have him on the team. He does something every day positive in his business. You know, show me your 5 best friends. I'll show you your future. You hang around diamonds, you're going to shine. You hang around turkeys, you're going to gobble. I want to hang around the Teds, the Adam Levies. That's the people I want on the phone. I want in my ear. And, you know, the more they do, the more I do. And it just becomes synergy. You know, everybody's growing together. Momentum, momentum, momentum.
The speed of the leader is the speed of the pack, right?
That's right, sir.
Yeah. So let me ask you advice to someone watching, joins CTFO, loves, how do you help them with a game plan if you recruited somebody new?
If I get them in tonight, I'm saying, hey, before we hang up, you want to call one of your best buddies? Well, I don't know nothing about it. I said, you don't have to. I do. My help is completely free, and I'm an expensive guy. And you can wear me out, and I cannot bill you $1. My help is free. Adam's help's free. Ted's help's free. Why would you not take advantage of free work?
Right. Mentoring from successful people. All you got to do is they have to have the desire, and you have the desire. I was watching one of these singing shows where they pick the winners and they go to Hollywood. And one of the questions was to one of the contestants was, why do you have to win? And I'll ask you, it's like asking you, what's your why, Cowboy?
My why is, I know what these nutritional products do to the body. We can't make medical claims, but I watched my wife, and she went through years of surgeries and had to retire from a great corporate job. Multiple surgeries, multiple healing, was never the same. And I brought home natural products. Today, she is prescription free. I'm not making a claim. I'm just telling you what I saw. The only thing we did different was natural products. I'm a believer. And if I can help people, I'm going to help all the people I can. I love helping people. I love hearing the stories. I love hearing the testimonies. And you know, this company pays me to be the billboard. I advertise every day. If they're within 3 foot of me and I see them across the street, they're saying, here comes Cowboy. He's either going to pray with me or sell me something, but I'm coming across the street.
So let me paint the picture. You live in Indiana, you and Debbie, you're partners, you know, in this business, we're going to talk about the way you work together. So in Amish country, there's no electricity. There's not a lot of vehicles. There's no house phone. And you do most of your business, you told me, out in the barn. Can you tell me how that works?
Well, we just yesterday, our father-in-law, my father-in-law, Debbie's daddy, lived here, 87, just passed. And you know, that's a story. 3 weeks ago, we turned on the switch, and Pops was sick. I didn't know if he was going to go a day or a month, and he lasted 3 more weeks. But you know, We changed him, we cleaned him up, hospice every morning, 4 changes a day. I would tell Debbie between 5 and 6:15, 5 and 6:30, I'm going out to the barn, and it's my only quiet time because Doug, Papa needs moved. He needs this, he needs that. That way I did an hour and 15 minutes a day. You know what? In all honesty, probably an hour and 15 minutes a day is more than most people do in their business.
Right.
That's a great part-time schedule with a full-time benefit. And, there's not too many companies that you can make full-time income with part-time service. And that's exactly what we've done. And now we'll probably kick it up. We made arrangements today and got Debbie, we took her to lunch, and she hadn't been out of the house in 4 months. So,
wow.
it's been tough here. It's been a lot of prayers, a lot of tears, but everybody has issues. Everybody goes through traumas, and it's how you react. And, I wanted to call Adam. Adam, can you put this one in for me? Debbie's with her dad. Adam would say, Cowboy, give me a quick sign-up sheet. I'll put it in for you. The teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah. There's no I in team. And, all these little phrases that you hear, they're so true. They wouldn't be repeated for years if they wasn't true. Yeah. And, if you've got a question, don't try to do this business by yourself. You've got a shipload of leaders that are just wanting to pick up the phone. The more successful you are, the more successful they are. That's a pretty good deal for everybody.
Yeah. What's a good opener for you? You put in 12 people in 14 days. What's the opening to break the ice?
I would just say, hey, Dave, you got a couple minutes? I want to share something with you. I can't hardly take the words like, you get people that say, what do you want to do this with us? I like the punchline. Dave, you've heard what we had to say. Would you like to get started? It's a soft approach. You find out you got to ask for a close. Right. Every time I call, 90% of the time, I'm going to ask. I know sometimes they're busy and it's not the right time, but if it's a good quality call, Dave, are you ready to get started? That's not too harsh. That's not too pushy. It's just a nice, smooth transition. Are you ready? Well, Doug, I'd like to look at it a little more. Let me talk with the wife, or yeah, I'm ready to get started. And so I always ask for a close. That's my number one thing I try to teach people, because if you don't ask them, they probably won't tell you. Well, Doug, I don't have time for the business. Well, Cowboy comes back at this. I love my customers. Would you like to try one of the products? You have no risk. 60-day empty bottle tax shipping. This is the only company in the world that I know no one has to take a chance. You can't take an empty bottle back to Walmart. Right. So that's what I do.
You have conviction. It's just so noticeable, and it's magnetic, and you're believable. We know, I know from talking, you believe in what you're saying and what you're doing, and belief to me is important, isn't it?
It's very important. And some people can call it cocky or hey, let me tell you, Cowboy never went to college. Cowboy didn't have sales experience. And we've hit the top of everything we've done, because I probably got more no's than anybody I know. Adam might be 10. One time Adam Levy and I had a bet, $100, who could enroll the most people. Yeah. And it was at the last day of the month. And I said, Adam, how many people did you enroll? He said 31. I said, how many people did you call? He said 38. He said, Cowboy, how many people did you enroll? I said 32, but I called 400. So it's not always how talented you are.
Okay. When you won the trips, are business owner sales people the most fun group to travel with?
Memories for the rest of your life, stories of success, Hawaiian shirts, luau's. I swam with dolphins. You know, swimming with dolphins, that's something I never thought I'd do, but I did it. And Big Al calls me 3, 4, 5 times a day. And I love seeing that phone ring because I know his light bulb's on 24/7.
Yeah.
And I'll tease with him. We have fun with him. We joke, but I love him like a brother. I love Adam. Ted, I respect him. I cheer him on. And like I said, there's enough room for everybody to prosper. If you do it right, keep it clean, you've got something. Protect the golden egg. It's so simple to do. There's right and there's wrong. It's so simple to do. Protect the golden egg, because this could be willed and sold to your grandkids, or this could be a family generation after. You can build an empire here.
I'm going to go back to just step back a little bit to the fun part of the trips, the Hawaiian luau's, the roasted pig, the Florida, the boats, the cruises. And just want to invite everybody who's watching, whether you're watching it live, watching the recording or whatever is I just want to invite you. I know CTFO, we're all talking about trips now, and there'll be one in the future. We'll announce it, but just put yourself there in the mental frame and be there. I invite you. It's the rules. You just rules so that you can, you got to, the rules, which I mean is the sales quotas you got to hit to get there. Just go get them. But it starts today. And I'm going to leave our time together right now. And in conclusion, Cowboy, give them something, some advice on how to get going now so that they can get to the winner's circle later.
Well, I'll tell you, it's called passion. It's called belief. One of my drives was I wanted my wife to be able to walk into a clothing store and pick the dress she wanted, not the dress we could afford. I remember I went to the first convention. I got in on a Monday and we went to Arizona on a following Friday. And I saw 1 million people, but I saw 4 or 5 guys on stage. And I told Debbie, the next convention, Cowboy will be on stage. She said, "You are crazy." And I said, "You will wear a sparkly dress just like Evie has on." And I mean, Evie looked like $1 million. Did her segment. Well, the very next convention, I get a message from Kevin, "Cowboy, you need to wear a white shirt with a tan jacket." And I'm like, I didn't even own a suit. Cowboy
Right.
was Cowboy's country FedEx driver. We don't have to wear suits. You know what I'm saying? I went to J.C. Penney's and bought a suit because you could buy pants that fit your jacket, So that was the first suit. But I'll tell you what, we made a lot of income with a J.C. Penney suit at conventions, and we spoke and we loved it. And, the passion, you want to be with those leaders. And, people will come up to you and ask you, give them the true story, because remember, the more successful they are, the more successful you are, and you will love teaching. And I've had friendships now for 25 years in this industry that are, lifelong friends that we met over a natural product, which is pretty cool, sitting at a table.
Yeah. Any parting advice?
I would say this. Write yourself down 5 goals for the month. We're at the beginning of March. How many people you want to enroll this month? You want your volume to grow by 1,000, 10,000? That's your choice. It's your business. Do you just want to hit the next title? Well, I'll tell you this. If you want to be a slow grower, that's okay. Because if you go 1K this month, 3K in 60 days, 5K in 60 days, in 2 years, you're not going to be able to spend your money. Now, you're going to get your Ted Wilsons and your Adam Levies, and they're going to get on the horse and they're going to go. But that's okay. If you could do something today for 24 months that would change your life forever, what have you ever done in 24 months that changed your life forever? That'd be the best deal you ever did. Where could you have $1 million website, $1 million product, and you could do it for $45 a month? And if they say, I can't afford it right now, personally, I say you can't afford not to do it right.
Yep.
I don't mean that in any way negative. Believe me, the guy that I got that said, I'll go paint 2 porches, I'll go cut the neighbor's lawn, Cowboy, I'll have $45 tomorrow night. You may not think $45 is a lot of money, but when you don't have it, it's a lot of money. The guy that will come back, I got my $45, I want to start. Let me tell you something. I will take him to the top because he has guts, he has drive, and he was enough man to say, I don't have it right now, but I'm going to get it. And he did what he said he was going to do. And I say, God bless that type of guy.
Thank you, everybody. Those are wise words of wisdom from somebody who's been there, done that, and is now doing it again at CTFO. So it's extremely valuable. This is part 1 of our interview. We focus more on the business opportunity, which runs Tuesday night and will be available afterwards on replay, everybody. So thank you, Doug. I appreciate it. Cowboy, affectionately known as Cowboy. You'll all get to know him and his lovely wife, Debbie. So this is a conclusion of part 1. Thank you. What I want to just share with everybody is part 2. We're going to take a little recess, Cowboy and I, and then we're going to start another one, which is part 2, which focuses more on the product side of the business as XanthoMyst and the amazing future that we all have planned ahead. And thank you again, Doug. And we appreciate all the advice and information. So
thank you very much.